Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar. We have a really exciting and timely webinar for you today, hosted by Passport Online. Passport Online is the industry leader in delivering comprehensive digital marketing solutions to travel agents. This includes websites, email marketing tools, and social media programs, all geared to work for and with the travel agent community. Our speaker today is Jacob Johnson, lead customer service, education, and social media specialist. Jacob has been on the sales and support team of Passport Online for the past 4 years. He manages and produces content for the ESP product as well, and is an expert regarding social media. And as I said, this is a very timely and helpful webinar. Jacob's topic today is starting a conversation on social media. Before we get started, a reminder that we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. When Jacob is finished with his presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. So now I'm going to turn the microphone over to Jacob so he can get started. Welcome, Jacob.
Thank you so much for that wonderful intro, Joni. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. As she said, my name is Jacob, and I am part of the support and sales team with Passport Online. And if I had to wager, I would say that by this point in time, you've been told over and over again just how important social media is for not only yourself, but your agency and the modern sales climate. I would also wager that even though you've been told this over and over, some of you still may not know just where to get started. And that's where I come in today. Over the next hour, we're going to be discussing why social media is more important than ever for success. We're also going to look at some types of successful social media content. We'll also talk about using ESP to jumpstart your social media presence now. We'll take a look at best practices of our most successful ESP clients and just some general best practices of social media, and take a deeper look at what makes ESP content so successful. And then finally, we'll be discussing some of our website and other product options and how we can help you with solutions to some of your other technological pain points. Now, the best place to often start is at the beginning. You've been told again and again that social media is important, but why? Social media is so important, and you've probably heard this before. Social media has transformed the way travel agencies look at marketing and branding. Believe it or not, as busy as you are, travel agents have begun to invest time in social media, and those who do have been reaping enormous rewards. The travel industry depends a lot on word of mouth. Social media simply gives people the platform to voice their opinion and listen to others just like them from all over the world. When a traveler voices his or her opinions with regards to a travel agent on popular platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, they manage to get hundreds of other people acquainted with the travel agent as well. And we've all seen how a brand can kind of spread like wildfire in a negative context. And we also want you to know that that can happen in a positive way as well. And then social media also helps with your marketing budget, since it's a very cost-effective way to organically reach a very large audience. Think about some of the full-page ads that you might have taken out in the local newspaper in the past. Just ask yourself how much was the cost and what is the best case scenario for visibility? Maybe 500 to 1,000 sets of eyes. But now you can post those same ads for free on your Facebook business accounts, and the potential views are tenfold. As you can tell, when you successfully utilize social media, your potential audience is big. And to kind of talk a little bit more about how big that audience is, let's look at Facebook specifically as an example. Let's start with just the facts. Currently, Facebook has more than 1 billion daily active users and 2 billion monthly active users. People access Facebook on average of 8 times per day. And this is where it gets really interesting. 400 new users sign up for Facebook every 60 seconds. If you think that seems like a lot for a minute, just wait. Every 60 seconds as well, people post 317,000 status updates, 147,000 photos are uploaded, and 54,000 links are shared. And we're focusing on this mainly because Facebook represents a huge potential market for your social media efforts. And it's transformed how business is conducted. Facebook's use by local business to extend their markets continues to explode. And this is a great stat. 42% of marketers report that Facebook is critical or important to their businesses. It's important to understand, though, that this is a crowded marketplace, and you can't afford to sit it out. The odds are high that your competition is there. The key is to use Facebook marketing correctly and make sure that your efforts stand out from the crowd. And let's talk about how to effectively use social media as a travel agent. Kind of like what we've been talking about so far, when used properly, social media can help travel agents become more visible and also increase their clientele. Here's just a few simple tips to get you started as a travel agent. Becoming a brand that people connect with. Social media gives you the opportunity to brand your agency as a trustworthy company. You can easily create a proper online reputation by getting your existing clients to share their experiences on your social channels and posting reviews of your clients on your social media profiles. We have a lot of customers who will, as their customers get back from destination weddings or vacations, they will post reviews, they'll post images that the customers took, and it really solidifies their brand as a fun, engaged travel agency. And also, don't forget to share your ideas. Offer helpful travel tips and the unique articles. Having the right content is likely to help you attract more clients. It's also about offering the right deals. One of the main charms of an online travel portal is its ability to offer clients exciting deals. You go to cruise.com or Expedia, and you see these great big box deals, these things that seem too good to pass up. But you can show the world that you can play this game as well by offering your clients with last-minute deals, car rental bargains, special room rates, and seat sales. This has major impact on brand awareness for your travel agency. And then show your expertise as a travel agent. Create bucket lists, use images to convey powerful thoughts, and use your expertise and history as a travel agent to offer your readers with more information about refreshing destinations that they can visit during their next holiday. Do you maybe know everything about the Caribbean and you go there, once a year, twice, 2-3 times a year? I would say it would be a perfect opportunity to share some of that information. Like I said, just to re-solidify the fact that you're the expert here. One of the most important roles as a travel agent is to create the need to travel, and social media helps you to do this seamlessly. That's not all, though. While these tips in general are great for keeping your social media in great shape and staying in touch with your customers, there's so much more that you can do with social media, including marketing travel. And how can you use social media to market travel? I would say the best way to start thinking about how to use it that way is to start with the goal of reinforcing the daydream state. And what that is you may not be showing locations that your client's interested in that day or right in their moment now, but you may cause them to start daydreaming and exploring and looking into these locations. And you can do this by just using photos that are visually stunning and attractive. Then you can do simple things to increase your social media traffic, like making sure your profile is comprehensive. Make sure that all of your social media accounts have a clear path to your website and vice versa. This is a great way to show that your brand is consistent and connected, running a special and connected. You're running a special on your website. Use that as an opportunity to not only share the deal on social media, but to subtly plug your website as well. It's also good to have a blend of personal and business content. After all, you're a real live human. And you can do this by sharing updates about your team, celebrations, and then just any exciting travel diaries you might have. And then most importantly, you don't need to participate in every social media platform. It's a good idea to stay active on at least one or two, but social media, as you know, is time consuming. So pick a couple accounts and do them well. At this point, we've talked kind of basically about statistics and strategy, but what does successful social media content look like? Let's take a look. I know this seems like a lot at first, but I promise I'm here to help. So first thing you want to do is stay on top of trends and vacation spots. Show your audience that you're the vacation expert and that you're always on top of any new travel trends. Engage with your clients. Make sure that human side of your agency shines through. Great examples of this would be ending your social media post with a question. Hold sweepstakes and run contests on social media. Get your clients talking on your different social accounts by maybe like a best vacation picture, or like, or your favorite travel quote, and maybe add, you could offer a ship credit or some incentive towards their next vacation. You can also crowdsource images and promote user-generated content. Now, this one I will come with a caveat. I would say that you definitely want to get permission from your customers first, just to make sure that this is okay. But crowdsourcing images and promoting user-generated content is a great way to get quality content without having to do much heavy lifting. Some great examples of this would be to ask your clients for their favorite, once again, favorite travel quotes and vacation and packing tips. Take it from me, I do this all the time when I'm creating EFP posts, and it really helps you to reinforce to your clients that you're in the know and that you are receptive to constantly learning. And also, post about deals and promotions. It's just another way to showcase yourself as the travel expert. Not only do you know the best places for your clients to travel to, you also know how to save them money. And to reinforce what we were talking about before, display photos of your clients' recent travel experiences. Once again, I do want to make sure get permission from your clients, but having actual images of your past clients looking happy in the different destinations you sent them to is a great concrete example for people to see that you put your money where your mouth is. You've done this before, and your clients walk away happy. Share travel-related articles that would interest current and potential clients. Again, showcasing your expertise. You live and breathe travel. The only thing I would call out in this situation, though, is be careful to make sure this isn't always negative. And while, yes, you want to share when travel may not be safe in a certain area, also be sure to share just as many fun articles. And then this is kind of a newer one, but I found this to be very effective. Use live video. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, there are more ways than ever to connect with your audience via live video. I would probably thinking about using this when you're in the midst of an incredible vacation that just has to be seen to be believed. But I actually also might use this tool when I'm on a ship inspection or at a conference, just to let my customers know I'm out in the field doing the groundwork. That the travel agency is more sometimes than just travel. I want you to keep a successful social media content in mind, because we're going to actually come back to some of this stuff later. And while we've discussed what's great to do in the long term, there are a few things you can do in the immediate to make sure your business is utilizing social media as well as possible. And that's just very simple stuff. It's adding links to your different social media pages in easy to find areas like your header or your footer. And just like potential clients will research the legitimacy of a business by looking for their website, they're checking for their social media accounts more and more as well. Make it easy on them, and that's just do that by adding your Facebook to your website and also to your business card. Most people don't think about adding their websites and their social media links to their business card, but we found that people really do utilize that. And then kind of to reinforce this, add your social media links to your email signature. You've been working on all this cool stuff on social media, best practices and whatnot. Now be sure to spread how your clients can find you on social media to get the most out of it. Then this is very important. If you have a company newsletter, highlight a popular social media post. And what I mean by that is really not so much, I guess what I mean by that is keeping your brand consistent through all of your outlets. Let your potential clients know that you pay attention to the small details, and that you will do the same for their vacation. Now, I know all this sounds great in theory, but right now, I bet at least a few of you are thinking to yourself, this is a full-time job in itself. In fact, when polled, the top reason travel agents tell me they don't engage in social media are, they say it's too much work. They say, but Jacob, selling travel is already a full-time job. They let me know that it's just too time-consuming. They want to spend their time directly assisting clients and don't necessarily feel like they have the time to spare on social media afterwards. They tell me, but I don't know what to post. That's true. Having to come up with something every day, multiple times per day, can be really difficult. You may find yourself running into social media equivalent of writer's block. And then lastly, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, they'd say, hey, I'm too busy selling. When you're working on things, especially during wave season or during the busy times, when you're working on things that give you an immediate revenue, it's hard to find motivation to think about committing to playing the long game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually happy to announce that's where we come in. We've heard from our travel agent clients just how difficult it is for them to wear all the different hats they need to run their business. And we wanted to find a solution to take the burden of social media off of their shoulders so that they could do what they do best, sell travel. At this time, I'd like to introduce ESP. ESP is our social media solution for travel agents. It's able to post automatically directly to your Facebook page. You set it up once and just let it run. We post fun, travel-related content curated by our social media experts. Our team scours the internet to bring you the best content the travel industry has to offer. You'll have access to preview the posts before they go out, so you'll know exactly what's coming. You can also control how many posts per day you'd like, and if you'd like to block any specific posts from going out. We get aggregate data from all of our ESP clients, so we know what times posts get the most engagement and schedule them accordingly. And then finally, the posts are designed to help you get the conversation started on social media about things you're truly the expert on. You already know how to sell travel. Let us give you ideas and effectively be your billboard. And ESP content can be used across multiple platforms. You're already paying for excellent content. Why not use it everywhere? This actually comes back to keeping your brand consistent. But what types of posts are we creating for you? To give you a better idea of exactly what ESP provides, I have some examples of posts we've actually used in the past. Our team is constantly browsing travel-related media to find not only the most desirable vacation spots, but also some off the beaten path. Show your clients that you're truly diverse when it comes to where you can send them. You never know what will catch someone's eye. With the name of the destination stylishly embedded in the images, these types of posts might be perfect to share to your Pinterest board. Earlier we talked about staying on top of vacation spots, and this is the perfect way to do so. We also post trendy travel-related topics. I would say share your love and total immersion of the travel world with your clients. There's always so many new and exciting things to discover. This gives you clever ways to introduce destinations and vacations that your clients might not otherwise think about. These types of posts are also meant to reinforce the inherent magic of the traveler's lifestyle. You really want to sell that fun and whimsy there. And then they're also perfect for making sure that you never miss a holiday on social media, no matter how obscure. In my personal favorite, these posts are about food, food, food. They're great ways to let your customers know that you're with it and that they can rely on you to let them know what's hot in the travel industry. And then travel quotes and tips. These posts are designed to help you get the conversation started on social media. Inspiring quotes to get your client in the right frame of mind. And then there's also travel and packing tips to help them along the way. These posts reinforce that you are the expert on all things travel. And then posts like these, I say are perfect for resharing on Instagram. Pair them with the right hashtags and a new comment, and you should see great success. And then, engaging questions is the other part of this. We solicit feedback from our users all the time to make sure that we are asking the right questions for your clients. Sometimes these posts can be silly. Sometimes the questions are introspective, but they're really meant to show your clients that you're invested in them and want to help them realize their travel dreams. Remember when I said how important it is to engage with your clients? These posts allow you to do so effortlessly. From time to time, you may see posts from our select supplier partners. These posts are designed to let your customer know of exciting offers, all while keeping the spotlight focused on your business. That's right. ESP will never include links to a supplier's website. We never want to introduce your clients to an opportunity to buy from someone else. So with all this information and everything I've shared so far, you might be asking, this all sounds great, but Jacob, it's 2019. I'm worried I'm just too late to get into the social media game. But we actually have found that not to be true. In fact, ESP users have seen record increases in their likes, comments, shares, and clicks over the previous year. There is no better time than now to get in on the conversation. And with ESP, we'll always make sure that you have the right things to say. Now, I've just told you about how helpful ESP can be for your business, but now I would like to take just a few moments to show you how easy it is to use. So after logging in and setting up your profile, the only things you'll ever really need to worry about is reviewing the posting schedule and deciding if there are any posts that you would like to omit for the week. That's it, really. But if you're a tinkerer like I am, you may also be interested in our advanced delivery upgrade. This gives you even more control over the message of the post, as well as what time of day the post releases. If you know that your audience is mainly looking at social media outside the hours of 9 to 5, or if you have a niche that you'd like to tie into your brand, advanced delivery would be the perfect complement to your ESP package. A little bit later, we'll take a few examples of advanced delivery can elevate your already great content. So, and that's, once again, I really want to reinforce how simple it is to get ESP set up and to start using it. It really is a set it and forget it style product, unless you're looking to curate your content a little bit more. And now that we've established how easy it is to use, I'd like to highlight a couple of our users that are showing how the content can be enhanced to maximize its potential, as well as a few other best practices that are just, just great once you're using ESP to make sure that you're getting the most out of your business pages. So first, one of the things you'll want to do, and one of the simplest things you can do to help your social media, is also one of the most overlooked. Make sure your profile is filled out on social media. Let's look at Facebook as an example. You will want to make sure that you're at least covering these bases. As you're looking over this, you'll make sure that your contact information is up to date. The easier it is for your client to get a hold of you, the more likely they are to do so. It would be great if a client saw an amazing offer on your social media and then was able to email you within a couple of clicks. It's also good to give relevant details about your agency, business hours, parking restrictions, etc. Basically, anything a client might need to know. And if you're a home-based agent, this is a great area to let people know how best to engage with you for your business. And then, so we know that people are coming to this section to look for contact information, but why not use it as an opportunity to further sell your brand? Showing that you're willing to go above and beyond the standard information only reaffirms the choice your potential client has made. They know that you don't sweat the details. So we've talked about making sure your email address, website, and phone number are on your social media channels, but there is often a more instant way to be contacted on social media via Messenger. It is important to remember to check the messages on your business page every day to make sure you aren't missing a potential lead. I can't tell you how much feedback I've gotten from people that tell me, I just didn't see my messages on Facebook and I missed out on a sale or two. So definitely keep in mind of that and make sure that you're responding to all channels. And then this agent has done, one of the most important things you can do, and that's engaging with your clients. So once someone interacts with your social media post, they are basically giving you a foot into the door. Turn their daydream comment into a booking. I mentioned before I would show you some specific uses of advanced delivery. Here are a couple of clients that use advanced delivery to enhance their already great content. First, you'll notice that the agent has geotagged herself in the location that this photo is in. This is an excellent tactic as it helps to associate her brand with this location when a potential end client would complete a location search. The next helpful thing that this agent is doing is making sure to provide a branded call to action on each of her posts. Like the "we're here to help you" plan, for example. This gives the potential client a tangible way to engage with the content that may have excited or interested them. And finally, I want to point out this agent's excellent use of hashtags. Think of hashtags as searchable categories that people can use to organize social media in a way that's useful to their current needs. And as you can see here, this agent has done an excellent job of anticipating what type of categories this experience may apply to. And our next agent is doing something a little different, yet it's just as effective. So this agency is based outside of the US, so it makes sense for them to use advanced delivery to translate their post for their audience before it arrives on their social media. And this really comes back to just speaking to your audience. So, great examples are if you see these posts that have destinations and the caption is something that just won't land with your audience, or you have an amazing joke that you want to tie in or a pun with one of these locations or travel posts. Advanced delivery really lets you speak directly to your clients, and you know them best. And if you want excellent, kind of do a review ESP, if you want excellent social media content without any of the headaches of creating it, ESP is the perfect product for you. And with advanced delivery, you have even more tools at your disposal to be excellent at social media. Now, while we've been talking about ESP, we are a complete digital resource for you as travel agents and agency owners. Here's a quick look at all the ways we can help advance and improve your digital presence. First, I would like to talk about our newest product, Nextsite Independent, an affordable website specifically designed for independent contractors. This website program will combine a modern layout and powerful shopping tools to elevate your digital footprint, no matter the affiliations. In today's market, it is essential that you have a strong web presence. This website will do the work for you so you can focus on what you do best, selling travel. Nextsite Independent is perfect for the on-the-go agent that needs a quick online shopping tool for their needs. And at this time, I'd actually also like to announce a special exclusive to attendees of this webinar. I'd like to offer a bundle of Nextsite Independent and ESP at a combined price of $35 with a $25 setup fee. This is a savings of $10 a month. This is a great digital starter set, whether your agency is brand new or you've been around for decades and just need a digital solution. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more customization for your website solution, I'd like to take a few moments to talk about our Nextsite 2 platform. Nextsite 2 is built from the ground up with travel agents in mind. We will work with you to make sure your niche is represented and that the site truly represents you. With features such as photo galleries, form creation, agent bios, and testimonials, Nextsite 2 is an easy choice in this complicated digital world. And one of the coolest things I think about using Nextsite 2, and this actually ties back into your social media quite perfectly, is our agent port tool. So one of the coolest things about Nextsite is, once again, is agent port. It's an agent-focused search tool that has some pretty awesome email marketing capabilities as well. Now, I'm not going to spend a ton of time going into detail on this, but as you can see, just kind of clicking through here, you can go from searching for a vacation to sending a stunning offer email to your client. And these emails can even be configured to be shared on your social media platforms of choice, further showcasing your agency's technological prowess. So if you have a special you're wanting to run, during the spring, if you want to show people a few different options for the Caribbean or for Mexico, you could go into Agent Port, create a list of offers, and package those offers in a way that is attractive on an email as well as on social media. And at this time, I would love to answer any questions that you guys might have. I know we've covered a lot in the last little bit here, and I'd love to talk about any thoughts you have or any points.
Thanks so much, Jacob. That was a lot of information and really, really helpful. Just a note to our agents, if you have questions for Jacob about anything that he discussed, now's a good time to post those questions in the question area. We have one, well, actually we had more than one, but one vote of confidence. One of our agents said that they love the tips and questions and surveys on ESP posts. That's a good way to get your clients engaged, isn't it, Jacob? And to keep their websites timely, or their social media presence timely. I don't like when somebody posts something on social media that leads to something that expired in 2017, for example.
Exactly. And and you also don't want to treat social media like it's in a vacuum. I'd say one of the easiest pitfalls of successful social media is, you find all this great content, but then finding a way to relate it to your business. So when you are asking those questions, when you are providing those tips, you're really showing how focused you are on your industry and how focused you are on your clients.
That's a great point. Um, so one of our agents wants to know if her agency belongs to a host agency that is already using ESP. Are there any conflicts or any flexibility in that arrangement? Can they add posts that the host doesn't necessarily choose?
So with the way that it works is with ESP, the product itself so there's 21 posts released per week, and that breaks out to 3 posts a day. So if you're part of a host, but you still have your own social media, you could feasibly, if you use advanced delivery, you could have the same content, but you could also customize your content with that advanced delivery module. So maybe you're not posting at the exact same times as your host, and maybe your message is just a little bit different. But the benefit of that is you gotta get a consistent brand from the entire host and everyone under it.
Okay, great. One of our agents wants to know if you already have a social media presence. Would you set up a new account or use the existing account?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. So the cool thing about ESP is it's really designed to accent whatever you already have going on. So if you have nothing going on at a baseline, you're at least guaranteed 3 pieces of social media per day. If you already have an excellent social media, where you're on top of things, where you're responding to customers, where you have a great, healthy relationship, these posts just save you time, and they will do so well for you because you've already done that hard work. Now the content can just come to you.
And our agents want to know the posts that you do. Is that 7 days a week, or do you do it on the weekends, or no? Or how does that work?
Correct. Another fantastic question. So we post between 1 to 3 times per day, depending on the agent's preference. So the maximum post you would see per day is 3, and that is 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Fantastic. Our agent wants to know, does this work for cruise-only agencies? He says, can it link up to a host booking engine for additional information?
That's a fantastic question. So one of the next things we're looking to expand with ESP is actually being able to specify a little bit more my niche. As of right now, all the content that comes out is pretty much, I would say it's not specific to either land or vacation. It's a pretty healthy mix of everything. But we're actively looking into ways to further enhance the product so that if you were a cruise-only agency or you were an adventure-only agency, there would be a kind of a curated niche subset of the product for you.
And does that already exist?
It does not exist at this time, and I would say kind of stay tuned for that.
Okay. And for the posts that you do make, do the agents have a chance to see them before they get posted and accept or reject any one of them?
Oh, absolutely. So the way that ours works is we post our schedule every Friday afternoon, and then we actually have a Facebook group dedicated to this product that we have invited all of the active agents into, and we will let them know on the minute that as soon as the posts are up there, we'll say, hey, the posts are scheduled for the week. Have a great week. And then at that point, the agent is able to log in and review 21 posts for the next 7 days, and they can expertly curate what they want to show. So if it is an agent that's only showing 1 or 2 a day, they have a great amount of flexibility at that time to pick their products.
Oh, that's fantastic. We have one more question. I want to just remind our agents that if you think of a question after this webinar is over, Jacob has posted contact information. Jot it down, the ESP website or email, and also the phone number. Jacob, is that your phone number, or is that to Passport Online in general?
That is both. So that funding will come directly to me, and it also comes to our sales department.
Okay, fantastic. Our last question, our agent wants to know, can you post promotions that they forward to you from different vendors?
That's a great question. So what we actually wouldn't be able to accept a post from a that you'd sent from a vendor to your social media. However, the beautiful thing about ESP is it's only one component of your social media. So we would certainly encourage you to, on a day that you think it would make sense, to post that information to your own social media, and then that would only enhance or be supplementary to the ESP content that you're getting.
Okay, so your ESP product is in addition to whatever else the agents want to post on their own social media pages.
Correct. And let me give you a great example of, kind of the way that some of that synergy works. Like I have a customer who I've been talking to lately who's doing something pretty cool. On Wednesdays, he will look at one of the destinations that we are going to post for the week, and his morning post will be that destination. So he'll get people in the frame of mind to sell that. And then he will then go off of, then he will, not use ESP, and then he will then go into his own website, find an offer for that destination, and then in the afternoon, he will post that. So he's kind of using ESP in addition to his own social media to really have a successful strategy for us selling travel.
That's a great idea. And just one last thing, is it pretty easy for people not that computer savvy to take an ESP post that was posted to Facebook and post it on other platforms like, Instagram?
It's as easy as, do you know how to make a post on those products? So for example, for Instagram, the way you would typically be looking at that is you would save the image to your phone, copy the text from your Facebook profile, and then if you want to use that text, I would recommend, if you are going to use that text, certainly accent it with hashtags and kind of some different ways to look at the product. And then you could just paste it right into Instagram, right into Twitter, and that's really all you'll have to do.
Oh, that's fantastic. That does it for the questions. Our wonderful host today has been Passport Online, and our fantastic speaker has been Jacob Johnson, Lead Customer Service, Education, and Social Media Specialist. Jacob, thank you so much. This was really a lot of food for thought and a lot of news you can use as of today. So thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you guys so much for joining me on this webinar. I really hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.
And I'll add my thanks to our agents again for taking time out of your day to join us today. I know you got a lot out of it. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.